Today on the show...
You open the paper, I guess it's terrible.
Hey everyone, welcome to the IMDb show. I'm Tim Cash.
And I'm Carrie Doherty, and it's Thursday, March 29th. So Tim, we all know that our friend Kevin Smith has written and directed a bunch of movies over the years, yeah?
So many. Chasing Amy, Dogma, Clerks.
It's 4 o'clock on a Saturday. How many people ever come to the store at 4 on a Saturday?
I mean, that's classic Kevin Smith, the one that started it all.
But is it your favorite?
Mallrats is my favorite, actually.
Because
I was a Mallrat when I was a teenager. Were you not a Mallrat when
No.
you were a teen? Okay, I spent a lot of time in malls.
Anything outside of said designated square is considered an autonomous unit for mid-mall snacking.
What you guys may not know is that Kevin Smith also directs episodes of TV.
that's true. Over the past few years, he's directed episodes of Supergirl, The Goldbergs, and most recently, he's back to direct a new episode of The Flash called Null and Annoyed, which airs April the 10th on the CW. We tagged along for a behind-the-scenes look.
Hey man, it's me, Kevin Smith. I am up here in Vancouver directing my 3rd episode of The Flash, and I'm gonna bring all of you inside the stages with me. Come on! This is the hallway of the Cortex. The Cortex is the main set on The Flash. It's kind of like The Flash's clubhouse.
Get down to the Cortex, like right now.
Grant Gustin, ladies and gentlemen, the Flash himself. Fastest man alive? Nay, best dancer alive. Look at this move. He just fell into that
You were
groove.
doing it first.
We've seen you sing and dance.
I'll be there in a flash.
Barry.
How was that?
It was weird, because we had Glee people up here, like during Christmas.
Put a little love in your heart.
Over the course of 4 years, we've watched you go from, oh, that's that girl that Barry grew up with and likes, to this season, the leader of Team Flash.
7 officers and Argus agents down.
What's it like watching Iris's character develop over 4 seasons?
It's amazing, and I feel like the last time we did this sort of interview, you were asking me what would it be like for you to suit up, and here we are this season, we're finally seeing her suit up, so that's pretty cool.
I'll take it from here.
Now that you've run, what's left?
I don't know what it's left. I hope there's something so I can keep a job.
Yeah, to say the least.
People are speculating about children. I mean, that's the next step in a marriage, so who knows? Maybe we'll see Iris full-bellied and with child.
We're too late.
If you love Cisco's lines, there's a good chance that Carlos came up with it. That's the case, right?
How do you know that? Forget it. I don't care.
Thank you, Todd Helbing, for letting me change virtually every line in the episodes.
This thing we got going on, this is real good.
The first big thing that I remember you from was Sky High, which also ties into Flash, superhero stuff. You've been surrounded by costumes
For a long time.
Let's go.
I believe in only using my powers when the situation demands it.
It's incredible how they've changed. You know, on Sky High, Kurt's costume had a cooling system inside of it that like had cold water running through it to keep him cool. You know, obviously Grant's suit is a little bit more form-fitting, so there's none of that.
Yeah, there's no cooling on that
They've
too.
come a long way, for sure.
It's a little snug.
The suit is very cool, but is it a pain in the ass to wear?
It's just like hot, like today. But I think as far as superhero suits go, it's pretty functioning.
These are the deep questions on the Flash.
Cut. It's cut.
Director's calling for a cut, ladies and gentlemen.
That feels really powerful.
It's good, right? That was some good stuff.
Judd Apatow has produced some of the greatest comedies of the last 2 decades. I mean, Knocked Up, Trainwreck, The 40-Year-Old Virgin, Anchorman, and Bridesmaids. Most recently, he directed a 2-part HBO documentary called The Zen Diaries of Garry Shandling.
None of these journals are the same, and it reflects from the time I was 25 till now. You know, September 26th, and let's see what year. And I'm on my way to Hawaii, and I say I like the weather. So, you know, they're filled with this kind of depth that you can't get anywhere else.
And also joining us, co-producer, comedian extraordinaire, Wayne Federman as well.
Thank you.
Let's talk about this current project, The Zen Diaries of Garry Shandling. Tell us a little bit about this documentary.
Well, Garry was a mentor to me and to Wayne, and it's based on these diaries. He left behind diaries that started in 1977 that track his entire life. So we thought that Garry would just want to tell the truth. So it's just a very honest depiction of his life and his work.
I mean, nobody can beat me up better than I can.
I had talked to him a lot about how he looked at life, his spirituality. He was interested in Eastern religions and Buddhism, and was always trying to be kinder and let go of his ego, which was difficult for all of us, except Wayne.
Right.
You know, once you've worked with Kenny Rogers,
yes,
you get cocky.
Yeah,
right?
of course. I'm still flying on that.
When you're sitting at the table, what?
You get it.
I get the gist, yeah.
Let's talk about the relationship you both built with Garry over the years. I'll start with you, Wayne.
Well, it started with I auditioned for the Larry Sanders Show, and they were looking for Jewish executives, and apparently I wasn't Jewish enough.
Okay, yeah.
Or too Jewish.
Or too Jewish. Maybe I was too on the...
Right.
Unfortunately. And then there was another episode that I got to play Larry's brother Stan.
Thanks for the limousine.
Are you kidding?
Great. Now, I shouldn't have tipped that guy, right?
And he invited me to play basketball, and for 20 years, every Sunday that he was in town, he called a basketball game, and I was part of it.
What do you think he saw in you?
I met Garry when I was in my early 20s. He asked if I would send him some jokes. I didn't really know him. And then he said, you should work for me at the Larry Sanders Show. You'll learn a lot. A few years in, he said, do you want to direct? And I never would have asked him. I would have been terrified. But he had an instinct that I would be good at it.
I've been waiting for this moment my whole life.
What is the one scene from any of the movies that you've made that you would love to be remembered by?
Oh, well.
Jeez, that's a good question.
Well, there's a sequence that Wayne is in Knocked Up where Leslie Mann goes to look for her husband who she thinks is cheating, and actually he's playing fantasy league baseball, and Leslie says,
"You just think because you don't yell that you're not mean. But this is mean." And
it's a great sequence because it's super funny, and then it gets very emotional and real. That's one scene that I'm proud of.
Let's say you have power to do anything you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, Judge, imagine you have some power in this. Just imagine this.
And you get to do anything you want.
Yeah.
Who would you put in a movie?
Maybe a Daniel Day-Lewis hard comedy. A hard comedy with Daniel Day-Lewis.
I've abandoned my child!
He's just going for it like Ernest goes to camp. He'd stay in character the whole time as Ernest.
One day I will be a full-fledged counselor.
Wayne, thanks so much for being here on the show. Judd, stick around. We've got some fan questions from Twitter coming to you in just a moment. But first, Kerry and I actually got the chance to catch a hilarious new film called Blockers, starring your wife, Leslie Mann. You've seen it, right?
Well, I went to see it at the South by Southwest Film Festival, and it really blew the roof off the place. It's hysterical. You know, it's rare we get a real rip down the house, great comedy film. I think this is one of them.
Well, I got a chance to catch up with Leslie and her co-stars John Cena and Ike Barinholtz to play a game. Welcome, the cast of Blockers. Guys, great to have you here, and lady, of course.
Thank you.
In Blockers, you guys find out that your teenage daughters have made a sex pact. By looking at their text messages, it's only written in emojis.
Some about an eggplant.
In teenage emoji, eggplants are dicks. Wait, what?
All emojis have a secret meaning. So like trees are weed, and this thing is Yas Queen.
Yas Queen.
So we took inspo from that and decided to turn some movie titles into emojis, and you guys have to decipher it.
I'll be good at this.
All right?
Yeah.
It's time to play the movie emoji game.
Let's do it.
First one up.
Bird.
Lady Bird. Woo!
Don't worry, I won't win.
Knife fight with a gun.
Don't know what movie that is, John.
I
Tanya.
No.
Blade Runner.
Blade
Runner. John, there you go.
Is this testing whether I'm a replicant or a lesbian, Mr. Deckard?
This one.
Trainwreck.
John, I mean, if all the movies you should have got.
That's okay. It's all right. It's fine. It's fine.
Did I get it?
All right.
Breaking the Waves. No.
The Shape of Water.
It is not The Shape of
It
Water.
could be both the ones we said, by the way. Oh. 8 Waves.
It's a movie that's coming out, not out yet.
Ocean's 8.
Ocean's 8.
Done. Leslie got it.
Winning.
Why do you need to do this? Because it's what I'm good at.
Dead Swim. Deadpool.
Yes.
Deadpool. Yeah. Okay.
I am very turned on right now.
Classic movie up next.
Silence of the Lambs.
Lambs.
I'll give that to you. I'll give that to you. As a gentleman.
People will say we're in love.
This is probably one of the harder ones.
Phantom Thread.
Leslie.
You. Oh my God.
Don't pick a fight with me. You certainly won't come out alive.
That wraps up the movie emoji game.
Alrighty. I think we all won.
I think Leslie definitely the hardest one right
Seriously?
there.
Wow. I'd call it a draw.
Let's fuck those mother.
I'm in.
We're back. They tagged in and out. Wayne's gone. Kerry's back in. Judd, I didn't know your wife could be so competitive.
She will get all worked up in a situation like that.
And technically, I know John Cena called it a draw. she won that one if you look at the scorecard.
We could say she's defeated John Cena.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, you're okay with me. You're okay with me.
Maybe.
I cannot have you here being kind of the comedy guru that you are without asking you, Judd Apatow, what are your top 5 favorite comedy specials of all time?
I will forget someone and I apologize, but let's just say I loved the Maria Bamford special. She might be my favorite comedian of everybody.
Apparently she's supposed to be funny. I just think she is schizophrenic.
I love Chris Rock. He has a number of specials, but the new one, Tamperine's pretty great.
Yep. I was married for 16 years. That's a long run. Hamilton won't last that long.
Chappelle, the early ones are incredible too. His first half-hour special, he's so funny.
Your landlord's hooked on crack, that means you've gotta have the rent.
Steve Martin had an HBO special, the Let's Get Small era.
Well, excuse
And then, you know, we always end at Richard Pryor. Live in concert is always going to be the winner. There's a few of the many.
Well, that's awesome. You know, as soon as we found out you were coming on the show, we threw a big shout out to Twitter to have your fans throw some questions in for you. Let's start with the first one.
Okay. At Isaiah Arnold 367 wants to know, what was it like working with Seth Rogen before he was a big deal?
When we met him, he was 16 years old. We always thought he was super funny. We didn't know if he knew why he was funny.
Okay.
He just seemed like an odd man. And then as we got to know him, we realized he was this very smart, sweet guy who was also a great writer.
I beg your pardon?
The next question is from LG16 Spear. They ask, what's your favorite comedy series that you're watching right now?
Other than Crashing on HBO.
And Love.
You know, what's funny is that Iris, my daughter's 15, just started watching Girls. And so she starts binging it. So suddenly, like, I'm watching 7 episodes a day of Girls, which I haven't watched since, you know, we lock them at the Sound Mix. And it has been really fun to re-watch that.
Honestly, I feel like I made the right decision, which is a totally new sensation for me.
Always here on the show, we talk about what we're watching this weekend in the watch list.
Okay.
What are you going to be watching?
Well, I heard there's a new documentary on Netflix called, is it called Wild Wild Country? Is that what it's called? The Duplass brothers executive produced a multi-part documentary about a cult that moved to America and this conflict between people in the community and the cult.
I don't think America has a place for these people.
Also, well, it's not out yet, but there's a movie coming out soon, which I've seen, called Won't You Be My Neighbor, about Mr. Rogers. That is remarkable.
Please won't you be my neighbor?
Carrie, what are you watching this weekend?
Well, Judd, since you're here, I think it's a perfect opportunity to tell everybody to rewatch Freaks and Geeks.
Yes.
An amazing series, if not to just watch the one scene of Bill Haberchuck eating a grilled cheese sandwich and watching Garry Shandling.
And I can see that this is me.
It's just a common thing for a lot of us, of just the moments when our parents were busy at work or just negligent. and what he does to fill his time and cheer himself up.
What I'm going to be watching this weekend, Ready Player One's out.
Oh, excellent, yes.
Right, Steven Spielberg's back in the director's seat.
Welcome to the rebellion, Wade.
And then there was another movie, The Last Movie Star, which is Burt Reynolds and Chevy Chase.
I saw the trailer.
I just love seeing these guys doing their thing and having fun whilst doing it.
What do you think? Well, you're being honored.
Oh, what?
Hi.
Mr. Edwards.
Yeah.
Judd, listen, thank you so much for being here on the show. Such a pleasure having you. Good luck with everything. The final season of Love is currently on Netflix, and the 2-part HBO documentary film, The Zen Diaries of Garry Shandling, is available now on demand, HBO Now and HBO Go. We'll see you all next week, but in the meantime, here is our trailer.
Sorry I'm late. I was rounding up all the gluten in the world and launching into space where it can't not hurt us ever again.
Kiss me like you miss me, Red.
There's something about an accent that makes a man sound so intelligent.
When I was younger, I could do 4 of these at a time.
Man, that is a long way down.
I'll tell you anything you want to know. I've never kept a secret in my life. Audrey shaves between her boobs.
Morgan flosses with her hair.
She has sex dreams about minions.
Oh, you think that's weird?
A little.